For years, I've heard of this place. A small group of islands in the middle of the Pacific. A lush place with unimaginable beauty, deeply connected with the natural world. Many call this place paradise, but some call it home. My name is João Perez, and I'm a traveler, filmmaker, photographer. I was born in a world that doesn't believe in doing things differently. So, as I fell in love with our planet and its people, I wanted to change that. When you look at Hawaii, you see beautiful landscapes, white sand beaches. But there's so much more to this place. Hawaii's history is just as majestic as its backdrops. A constant and long fight against economic struggles and even cultural displacement has been in every Hawaiian spirit for decades.
Relevant to our home.
Reflecting the strength and cultural endurance of its people. Hula is for many just an entertainment dance, performed at mall showings at tourist spots. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Hula is actually Hawaii's best storyteller. The connection between the past and the present. But I'm not the one to tell that story. Kumu is a master of the traditional Hawaiian art of hula, who has dedicated his life to teaching and preserving this beautiful cultural practice. The kind of hula that fights to preserve the culture against modernization. The kind of hula that not only changes lives, but keeps them alive.
In Hawaiian culture, there's this deep connection to nature and to the earth. In many of the dances that we do, it actually talks about stories, legends. It tells of the history of Hawaii, and hula is very transcending. It's taking us back into a time period of our past. In ancient times with hula, that's what hula practitioners were. They were the keepers of the oral history of Hawaii. Hawaiians' belief isn't that we have land ownership. Hawaiians' belief is that the Hawaiian gods are the keepers of the land. And we just inhabit this place. A big part of our hula is storytelling, and a lot of that encompasses, we call it ahu, or the type of costume or clothing that we wear for dancing hula. And it also incorporates the different leis that we wear, in hula. It's not fake. We're not putting on a show. It's real. And I think that part, it becomes heavy. Spiritually, it's heavy.
Take me out, I wanna see. Big, big lights, they shine on me. I wanna lay my head and feel the beat.
fun, love, kindness, aloha, the cores of the Hawaiian culture, and something I felt as soon as I stepped on this incredible island. Josh was kind enough to host me in his house in the West Coast for a few weeks, and I got to really experience what it's like to be a local of Hawaii. We wanted to really dive into hula and the concept of aloha, and Kumu invited us over to his house to meet his students and show us the process behind the lei making necessary for the hula performances.
If we're going to make lei and pick from the land or from the forest, then it's our duty to ask permission for that. And so we're kind of asking permission of Keli'iho'omalu to pick the foliage that we're going to use to make the lei. And Hawaiians believe in what they call Hawaiian. Hawaiian are like signs in elements of nature. So it could be cloud formations, could be the wind, could be the rain. And usually we're looking for those Hawaiian. The Hawaiian tells us that it's okay to pick. Or maybe as a Kumu, I feel that it's not pono, it's not right for us to pick, and then we won't pick.
In a world where differences dictate actions, not for 1 second did I not feel at home here, at peace, at ease, at aloha. But just like life itself, hula is for anyone to share their truth.
So a lot of the men's movements are aggressive, are masculine, and warlike because they're fashioned after warriors. Not everybody understands all these cultural practices that we do as Hawaiians, but sometimes we're not performing. Sometimes this is personal. We have a love for who we are and where we come from, and it's rooted in aloha. Love, kindness, compassion. The word aloha has over 30 meanings. Love, compassion, kindness, mercy, forgiveness. Sharing our hula and telling stories from hula, this comes from a place of aloha.
So, what is aloha? For me, aloha is everything. Everything that makes your best self. I learned that aloha is not really about being Hawaiian. It is actually more about being human, and to take it upon yourself to create your own story.